Welcome back to the Jared Williams Show. This episode, we're going to talk how to hit 1 million in revenue in your first year in business. It's actually not that hard. And so we mapped it out for you right here, and we're going to talk about it. But first, what's up, Eddie?
Hey, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good.
Before I talk to you, actually, I want to talk to you guys about our sponsor, PlumbLine, up here, logo in the corner. They're freaking awesome. They're a 24-hour phone answering service that you can forward your overflow calls to, your after-hours calls to, or have them answer all of your calls. So if you've got a CSR or you're answering all of your phone calls right now, you're probably missing calls either when your CSR is on the phone, when she's not at work, or when you're at a job and you can't answer your phone. PlumbLine will answer those calls, and they will only charge you if they book the job. It's a phenomenal service. You guys go check them out at plumblineanswers.org, and they sponsor this podcast. And they're awesome people. I know them personally. You can go watch the podcast we did with the owners. They're actually pretty cool. And the other cool part is if you mention that you heard from PlumbLine on this podcast, just tell them I heard from you from Jared Williams or the Wealthy Plumber. You will get 1 week of free calls. So they'll book all your calls for you for free for 1 week. Try them out. If you like them, keep using them. If you don't, stop using them. But I guarantee if you try them, you're going to love them because they're awesome. What's up, man?
Hey, man. We have a strict, if you're not awesome, you don't get to sponsor the podcast.
Hell no. If you're not awesome, I ain't letting you sponsor this thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually one thing I've been really careful of because, like, even just like I'm a big Service Titan fan, and that's even Service Titan is polarizing.
Yeah,
you know, it's kind of weird.
Yep.
But it's like people get in and they get on like they'll go have a sales call with Service Titan, and then they'll get all pissed off that Service Titan rejected them.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, dude, Service Titan is a $1 billion plus company that went public. Like, they're massive. Mm-hmm. They have, here's who we serve all mapped out. If you don't fit their bill, they don't waste their time with you.
Yeah.
That's how, like, you should run your business as well.
100%.
We learned that yesterday.
Yes, we did.
Yeah. You called it on that one. I was wrong. You were right. I'll admit it.
I'm glad that's recorded.
Okay, we're going to cut that out. Okay, so we're going to talk about how to hit 1 million in your first year in business. Go.
All right, so first.
First thing, bill out $1 million.
If you can have one customer that'll pay you $1 million, the rest of your year is easy.
Yeah, it's easy. And honestly, it doesn't matter what home service you're in. If you are in plumbing, HVAC, electrical, pressure washing, it's actually just math.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually pretty simple. So the easiest thing is like $1 million. You have a service. You have a year to offer that service. You can boil it down to like, okay, how like this $1 million number sounds massive.
Yeah.
I remember when I first started and I heard $1 million in a year. That became my very first goal. I want to do $1 million in a year.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, I'm going to need like...
I'm aiming super high.
Yeah, I'm aiming super high. I'm going to need 10 trucks. And it's going to be crazy to do $1 million in revenue. Like, that number was so big in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
And now 1 million seems so small in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Because in reality, what actually happened was I went and did like 800,000 in 6 months. It was wild.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you just think about the math of this, okay, one person can actually go do $1 million by himself.
Yeah.
I think the only thing he would need would be a CSR. Okay, so if we think about that, $1 million, if you have a $2,000 average ticket, which is totally possible.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're priced right, you can you're decent at talking to the customer and communicating the quality of the work, the fact that you're going to do things properly, and you're good at creating options for them.
Mm-hmm.
You can very easily have a $2,000 average ticket. If you divide 1 million divided by 2,000, how many jobs is that?
Dude, I left my phone over there.
Oh, you're fired.
I can't do math right now.
Okay, 1 million divided by 2,000, 500 jobs. That's all you got to do. So 500 jobs divided by 12, 41 jobs a month.
Mm-hmm.
You have 20 working days on average in a month. So you have to do 2 jobs a day. And on 2 of those days, you have to do, on one of those days, you need to do 3 jobs, 2K of tickets. And on another day, you need to do 2.6 jobs.
Or do 1 job per those days that gets you $6,000 ticket.
Totally. So it's 2.08 jobs per day on average at a $2,000 average ticket.
But nobody says your ticket has to only be $2,000.
No. That's you're not going to get to $2,000 average ticket charging every single customer $2,000.
Right.
You're going to charge some customers $500, and then you're going to charge some customers $1,000, some customers $1,500, some customers $2,000, $2,500, $3,000, $4,000. Occasionally, you're going to get that $7,000 water filtration job.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to get that $3,000, $4,000 water heater install. You're going to get that, I don't know, $13,000 repipe. You're going to get that, I don't know, I'm just throwing numbers out there, $18,000 sewer line and water line dig up and replacement.
Yeah.
And all of those are going to average out to $2,000. And you're going to average out running 2 calls a day.
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean you're only going to run 2 calls every day? No. Some days you're going to run 4. Some days you're going to have to work late and run 6.
Mm-hmm.
Some days you're going to be on the same job for 3 days. But on average, you're going to go to 2 jobs a day for an entire year. And you can very easily make $1 million or bill out $1 million in revenue.
Yeah.
Just yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. Without a team.
Yep.
The only thing you're probably going to need at that point, because you're going to be busy, it's not going to be easy, is somebody to answer your phones and book calls, like as far as team members go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So step 1 of that is you absolutely have to price yourself correctly.
Yes.
Otherwise, you ain't going to get there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's weird to me how many people go out and they start a business and they get really, really busy and then they don't make any money.
You got a bad job and a bad boss.
Dude, you got the worst job. You got a cool boss, but, well, actually, your boss becomes the customer.
Your boss just doesn't pay you enough.
Yeah.
Your boss needs to pay you more. If you make no money.
Yeah. So you never started your own business, but you worked for your father-in-law, who, like, because he had a business, and you guys were, at the time, you probably thought you were expensive.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I couldn't imagine paying what we were charging people. $135 an hour. Are you kidding? I don't make $135 an hour. I can't pay for that.
Yep.
I'm glad I learned this trade because I can't pay for that.
Yeah. And your father-in-law ran that business for how long?
Oh man, I worked for him for probably 8 years. And he just acquired it shortly before I started working for him.
Mm-hmm.
But then he worked there for I don't know how many years before he ended up buying that business from the previous owner. So he'd been in that business for a long, long time. In that same shop for a long, long time. I would guess 20 plus years.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
And did he ever make a butt ton of money?
When he did commercial construction, he did. Yeah. Yeah, I guess the money was coming in hand over fist. Yeah.
Yep. And then when he went to service at $130 an hour, did he make any money doing that?
No.
Yep. And I actually went to work for him after he got bought out. You were there, and we were $160 an hour. And I remember him telling me there was like 7 service guys on payroll. And I remember him telling me we got to do $2.8 million a year. And I remember doing the math in my own head of there's 7 guys here costing you probably around $150K per guy. I don't know how. And then we're going to buy a bunch of materials. Like I knew enough at that point in time to know that I got to do the math because I'm curious.
Mm-hmm.
Like 150,000 times 7 guys, there's $1 million right there.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're probably going to buy $1 million worth of material. And then you got all your overhead. You got trucks, gas, insurance, marketing,
Mm-hmm.
the whole 9 yards. And all you have left over is 800,000 out of the 2.8 million. And I remember thinking, that doesn't seem high enough.
Yeah.
I don't know that that's going to be worth it.
Right.
And I don't think it ever was. So most people end up being scared, I think, to charge enough.
Yeah. I never saw, I never knew how they came up with their hourly rate before. I had no idea. Like, I just showed up and that's what the rate was. And so that's the information I used to write off the cuff estimates when I was in the field.
Yeah.
But then, like, the more I started asking questions and kind of digging into it, the more I realized that maybe a lot of people don't know how to price their business.
Yep.
And he said that he got a call, and I don't remember who did it, but some company would call all the local plumbing and heating shops and would ask what the rates are.
Mm-hmm.
And
Isn't that stupid?
He would ask this person, okay, this is what my hourly rate is. Where do I fall on the spectrum of people that you've called so far? And he was always happy when he found that he fell right in the middle. And so to me, like, and I never straight up asked him this, so I don't know, but to me, that was his target. So if he ever found, or I guess maybe it begs the question, if you found that you were on the low end, are you going to adjust your price to make sure you land directly in the middle again?
Yeah.
If you're on the high end, are you going to adjust your price to make sure you land right in the middle again? I don't know. Why do you want to land right in the middle?
I don't know, but that's what most people do. It's either they call around and it's either
seems fair is what they say.
Yeah, they either want to be right in the middle or they want to, like what I thought is I'm going to be cheaper than everybody else.
And I'm going to steal all that
and I'm
business.
going to get all the work.
Yeah.
What I didn't realize is that customers don't just care about price.
Mm-hmm.
There's a whole bunch of customers out there that care a lot more about all the other stuff. In fact, everybody cares about price, but even the cheap customers will bitch about your crappy service.
Mm-hmm.
And you can charge a lot more if you attract people who are willing to pay more money for better service.
Mm-hmm.
And they complain a lot less.
Yeah.
And they're a lot easier to deal with than dealing with the poors
Mm-hmm.
or the brokes of the world.
Yeah.
As my friends at 307 would say.
Yeah.
I love it when he says that.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
I hired a bunch of contractors when I sold my house, and the whole time, all I was thinking was, if I paid more, could we make this go faster?
Dude, yeah.
Like, I want this person to be an imposition on my life for the smallest amount of time possible.
Yep.
I wish that I could just pay a little bit more and get you out of here quicker.
And they refuse.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
And they don't
One
set up
dude
their
was-
business in a way that they can take care of their customers quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And if they did, they could charge more.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
Yeah. One dude fixed my sink, leaky fiberglass sink or whatever it was, charged me $550 to do it, and he was there for 4.5 hours. And I'm at home getting this guy whatever he needs, and all I'm thinking is, dude, I wish I could have paid 1.5 times and get this done way faster.
Yep.
Yeah.
Prime example, my pool guy.
Yeah.
Just pool guys here in Pensacola, Florida in general, but I've had the worst experience with pool guys. Like, we pay them the weekly fee. They're supposed to show up and do their stuff, and they never do. And then my pool turns green, and then I'm calling them, and I'm like, hey, you sent me a picture of somebody else's clean pool. You were supposed to be at my house, but my pool did not get cleaned. And then even if they clean it, you didn't check the chemicals, and so now my pool's green. Am I supposed to check my chemicals, or what? Like, what am I paying you for?
Right.
So I got a new pool guy, and he's great. He shows up to the right pool, takes pictures. It's clean. But the one annoying thing about him is that he won't bring chemical with him. So he'll come to my house, he'll clean my pool, and then he'll call and he'll say, hey, you need to add 3 tabs of chlorine. I'm like, hey, why don't you just add 3 tabs of chlorine and I'll pay you to do that?
Right.
And he's like, well, it's cheaper for you if you do it. And I said, yeah, it'd be cheaper for me if I cleaned my own pool too, but I don't want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I just don't make any money if I'm adding chemicals. And I said, charge me whatever you need to charge me to make money if you're adding chemicals.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just doesn't click in his head.
This is a perfect example. We've talked about this lots and lots and lots of times.
Yeah.
Listen to your customer and what it is that they're asking. You're asking, what do I have to pay you so I don't have to mess with this?
Yeah.
And if he was listening, he'd say, twice what I'm charging you now.
Yep.
And then now you have a decision that you can make. Do I want to pay twice?
Yep.
Or does that sound like a great deal to me? And let you decide which it is you want. And if that's what you want, then sweet, I'll take you up on it. Let me pay you twice what I'm currently paying you so I don't have to touch it.
Yep.
Listen to what the customer's asking. And if it's within your scope and you're willing to do it, then go ahead and do it. Like the pool guy shouldn't be patching sheetrock for you. So stick to the scope. But I mean, like if that's what you want, then why not offer it?
So I since met a pool guy who charges the same per cleaning as my pool guy.
Mm-hmm.
But then every time he has to add chemicals, he 4X's the cost of the chemicals to the customer. But he supplies them. They're on his trucks. He's got them stocked. And then also twice a year, he sells them an extra like intensive cleaning where he pulls the pumps apart and cleans the screens out and all this stuff. And it's like $1,000.
Mm-hmm.
So he's getting $50 a week to come clean your pool, plus twice a year, twice a year, an extra $1,000, total $2,000 from that customer. So my guy is coming out and making, oh gosh, I'm terrible at math, $2,550 off of every single customer per year, $2,550. These guys are making minimum $5,000 per pool customer every single year.
Mm-hmm.
Who is going to be able to market to get more pool customers? Who's going to be able to take better care of their customers?
Mm-hmm.
Who's going to make more money at the end of the day?
Yeah.
The dude who's making more per customer. His average ticket is higher.
Yeah.
Yeah. And his customers love him. He's got a ton of customers. Meanwhile, my pool guy, he's like, I see your billboards everywhere. I really want to do that. I'm like, yeah, you just got to spend money on the thing. He's like, well, I can't afford that. And I'm like, you could if you sold me some freaking chemical.
If only there was a way to bring in more money.
Only there was a way to bring in more money. So, it's like we get guys in, speaking of pricing, we get guys into our school group. By the way, if you haven't checked out our school group, it's $99 a month. We literally took everything I did in my plumbing business and we just laid it out in video format with all the spreadsheets, all the Google Docs, all the SOPs. You get a free price book. You get a 7-day free trial. Go to wealthyplumber.com. There's a big button there that says join school group. It's literally the best deal of your entire life.
Yeah.
And we don't even make any money off of it at this point. Playing the long game on that one.
Mm-hmm.
We want to be valuable to you guys. So
we're telling you to price it right, and we're not making money on this.
Yeah, we make our money elsewhere. So we get guys, they get into the school group, right? And they've been running their business like my pool guy, being the middle of the range or the cheap, or even if they called around, most of the time they're going to find guys who are, $100 to $200 an hour, and they're going to copy them, and then they're going to find a private equity firm who's not going to tell them what they're charging, but they're going to get an invoice for a water heater, and they're going to be like, man, they're charging like $600-700 an hour, and maybe they land at $200.
Mm-hmm.
The guy doing $200, running around like a chicken with his head cut off, doing 6 jobs a day, is screwing himself over because he could do 3 jobs a day at $400 and make the same amount of money.
Mm-hmm.
And the funny part that people don't understand about that is that when you raise your prices and slow down, take care of the customers better, you get happier customers, number one. You bring in the same amount of revenue, and your marketing costs and your things like that can stay the same, but you only drove to 3 jobs. So now your gas cost goes down. Your wear and tear on your van goes down.
Mm-hmm.
The risk of wrecking your van goes down. All those things, like at scale, exponentially help your business. So your profit actually goes up. So you do the same amount of revenue, charging double, but you're not just double profit. You become, I don't know, instead of 100% more profitable, you probably become 110% more profitable just by charging $400 an hour versus $200. And if you lose half your customers, but you make more money, that's a win in my book.
Do you think people hesitate because they expect, like, if I'm at $400 an hour, secret's going to get out. People are going to know I'm $400 an hour.
Totally.
And then I'll never live it down.
Totally.
And so
I was scared to death.
The hesitation is like, you don't have to advertise that it's $400 an hour. The place that we used to work, there was a framed picture that says shop rate is X number of dollars per hour, 160 or 165 an hour.
Yep.
I recommend you don't do that. I recommend you don't tell anybody what your hourly rate is, because you charge by the hour, but that's just internally in the business. We know that we charge by the hour in materials.
Yep.
The guys know that we track hours and the time you spent on the job, but we don't tell the customer. Like, our performance on the job does not hinge on the amount of hours that are there.
No.
We sell an outcome. So we don't leave the job until the outcome is delivered. We just have our own internal measurements. So don't panic because you're at $400 an hour and then think, when this gets out, people are going to hate me.
Yep.
It doesn't have to get out. You don't have to tell anybody what you make.
It's going to get out that you're expensive.
Sure.
Like, there's going to be people out there who hate you because of how expensive you are. Then there's going to be a whole group of people who are like, I don't care that he's expensive, he's really good. But even when you're cheap, you're going to have that whole group of people that hate you because your service sucks, because you literally can't afford to bring them good service. Or they're going to hate you because you don't show up to their house looking legit, and it scares them. So they don't call you. Like, either way, you got people hating you. So you might as well choose the one that's got haters where you make money.
Absolutely.
I don't understand doing it any different. But, like, to add to that, yes, we don't charge by the hour. Yes, we charge for an outcome. And the funny part about that is the customer doesn't call you wanting to pay you by the hour either.
No.
They call you, and what they want to know is, how much is this going to cost me? And can I trust that this person or this company in front of me is going to do what they say they're going to do? Not going to, like, charge me $1 million and then give me $500,000 worth of value. Like, am I paying a fair price? And that's, like, based on understanding of what a fair price is. And most of your customers don't understand what that is. But what they really want is they want that peace of mind. So they want to know that a legit person and company with systems and processes is going to show up to their home and actually do a good job and actually be professional and, like, fulfill on their promise, create the outcome, and then back up that outcome with a warranty and all of that kind of stuff. So if they've got a water heater out, for instance, they want somebody who's going to come in that they can trust to tell them whether the water heater can be repaired or replaced. They want somebody to come in and show them, like, hey, your water heater's 8 years old. We could repair it, but average lifespan is 10 years, so you only got 2 years away. And they want to have those options available so that they can decide how they want to spend their money. And what we do as plumbers is we go in and we make the choices for the customer, assuming that all they care about is price. And our customers hate us because of that.
Yeah.
It's silly.
The customer really just wants to unload the liability of their situation, and they want it to go away. They want you to show up and remove the liability.
Yes.
And so if they have this leaking water heater, like that's a liability for it to be in my house and for it to be leaking.
Yep.
And so they want someone, all they really want is to transfer that liability from them to someone else.
Yep.
And you,
And
the
go.
plumber, show up,
Yep.
and you need just to be willing to transfer that liability. And so, yeah, of course we can handle this. We can repair it or replace it, whichever one fits your budget. And you don't know their budget. You have no idea their financial situation. You have no idea what the future looks like for them. And so you give them the option of repair, but it's 8 years old. They only last about 10 years, but we can repair it. It's going to cost you this much money. I would recommend, if this were mine, I would just replace it because they only last about 10 years and this is leaking, but who knows where the next leak's going to come from. So if it were mine, basically what you're saying is if it were mine and if I were in the financial position, I would just go ahead and replace it.
Yep.
And so then they know their financial position, hopefully. They just look at it and say, of those two, which makes the most sense to me?
Yep.
I think we should probably just replace it.
Yep.
Or whatever they pick. And then they just want to be able to transfer the liability of that situation to you, and then you just haul that liability away and toss it when you get back to the shop. Really is all the customer wants.
Yep. Don't tell them I'm going to replace your water heater. Say, I'm going to get your hot water back on. Because that's what they care about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to make this leak. It's not going to be leaking and damaging subfloor no more. I mean, yeah, you got to explain the value that you're given.
Yep. And so the right customer values speed, professionalism, and reliability. They don't want the bargain price.
Right.
They're not looking for the cheap product at a bargain price. They want the premium product that gets delivered quickly, effectively, efficiently, and professionally.
Least amount of headaches.
Yes. And that's the customer you want to serve because those are the customers you can make money at.
Yeah.
The other ones you can't. It's going to be impossible. Once you get your pricing figured out, so we're trying to make $1 million a year. Step one, make sure you're priced right. You're going to just have to be expensive. If you don't like it, you're going to have to get over it.
Yeah.
And the sooner you get over it, the better off you're going to be.
Yep.
Took me a long time to get over it.
Understand that. Cope with it for whatever time you need. Make it as short as you possibly can.
Dude, it was like 2 years for me to cope with that.
Hard pill to swallow, but figure out how to do it.
I can tell you that if you just, like I have done like hourly rate calculator reviews with, I'm probably getting close to 1,000 companies at this point in time. So I have seen what it costs to run. Like your pricing should be based off what it costs. By the way, on our website, wealthyplumber.com, you can go get the free calculator. Simple to use. Go put your costs in and see how much it costs to run your company. You'll be like, crap, I'm underpriced. Yeah. As long as you use it properly. If you don't know how to use it properly, join the school group. We'll show you how. You can do a hourly rate review call with us. So I've seen thousands of those, and it doesn't, like pretty much across the board. Like if you can't figure this out and you don't want to pay the $99 for the school group and you're just, I don't know, cheapo and for some reason think you're going to be successful like that, just start charging $400 an hour. Like I've seen so many, like when you get to a 3-man shop and you've got a marketing budget and 3 guys and a CSR and you're trying to run a legit company, nowhere in the United States can you do it for less than $400. Nowhere.
Somebody's saying, no, in my area.
Yeah, somebody right now is saying that there's no way that would work in my area. Yeah. I have literally seen people charge $400 or more in every single area in the United States and Canada and Australia. And the crazy ones are like the South Africans. Their numbers are like wild high.
Yeah.
But same thing. And they all make it work. Like they all are successful. They start attracting better customers. They start providing better service, and then everybody's happy and they get more and it works. And then you can stop being cheap and go get in the school group and make sure you fill it out properly. But if you're like can't afford $99, dude, I'm always surprised. Like there's some guys out there that listen to this podcast that must be in some bad spots.
Yeah.
Because we'll get guys in our school group and their credit cards decline for $99. I ain't never been in that bad of a spot.
That's tough.
Yeah. So if that's you and you just need some help, just start at 400.
Yeah.
And go get some work and sell it and communicate and be a normal human being. Okay. So second half of that, you've raised your prices. Now you need work. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to start doing some marketing to get the phone to ring. Again, you only need, how many jobs was it? 500 jobs?
Mm-hmm.
So 500 jobs. Let's say you just started your business. If I needed 500 jobs, that's 500 customers, I would go get my Google My Business profile. Well, first of all, you need 500 customers, and you're not going to get them if you don't market your company.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can market your company and get 500 customers, you make $1 million. If you have 20% net, you get to keep 20% of that.
Mm-hmm.
If it's just you and a CSR, you're going to have way better than 20% net. You're going to get to keep a pretty good chunk of that,
Mm-hmm.
even if you spend a pretty decent amount on marketing. So there's no excuse to not market. So if I was going to do it, I would go get my Google Business Profile. GBP is what it's now called. Used to be Google My Business, GMB.
Mm-hmm.
I would, if I could afford to, or the second I could afford to, if I had to set it up as a service area business profile, I would. Service area business profiles do not rank as well as physical location profiles.
Mm-hmm.
So to become a physical location, you get an office and you rent it and you put your name on the door and you set that as your location on Google and it's visible to the customers. Those are going to rank way better.
Mm-hmm.
And so what I'm going to be thinking about is what area do I want to serve? I'm going to say, where's the least amount of competition? Where's the most amount of money made? And where do those people live in older homes that need repair?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm going to be thinking about.
Yeah.
I'm going to find the perfect area and I'm going to say, that's my spot.
Don't go to the projects.
No projects. Don't go to like, there's a whole bunch of new homes in this area because they don't need a plumber yet.
Mm-hmm.
You want to find the homes that are at least 10, 15, 20 years old or older and start going there.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the ones that are going to have sewer backups. Things are shifting. There's grease in the drain. Their water heaters are going bad. Water filtration is a great thing. If you know there's like an area where you could kill it in water filtration, go there and do free water tests.
Mm-hmm.
Like pick your area well. So here's the thing. $1 million, 500 customers. Let's say I can get 10% of the people I market to call me.
Mm-hmm.
You only need 5,000 people to market to. It's not very many people.
Mm-hmm.
So let's double our chances and market to 10,000 people. So I'm going to find an area that has, and I'm going to do this on Facebook, me personally. And I'm going to go into the ads manager in Facebook and I'm going to go to audiences and I'm going to go look on the map when I'm building my audience and I'm going to have an area in my head and I'm going to go drop a pin on that area and you can expand it by 1 mile, 2 mile, 3 mile, 4 mile, 5 mile, all the way out as big as you want.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to expand it until I hit 10,000 people. And that's who I'm going to market to right there. I'm going to set my age group from 35 to 65, and I'm going to go select the higher income brackets. You can go to demographics, income. There's 4 income brackets. Check them all.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to make sure my audience size is 10,000. And the first thing I'm going to spend on is Facebook, and I'm going to spend $1,000 a month on those 10,000 people.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to run awareness ads. So I'm going to make a video. I'm going to grab my phone. I'm going to make a video, and I'm literally just going to tell them about my business. Done. I'm going to make 4 of those. That alone, if you mix that with your Google business profile and you do that, that's going to get you started.
Yeah.
It's going to get you off to a good foot. The second my business profile gets approved, I'm going to go make sure I'm on Google local service ads. I'm going to max my budget out because leads are cheap. And so as long as I can answer the phone, go to the job, sell the job half the time, I'll make money on those as long as I'm priced properly.
Mm-hmm.
That'll get you going. Man, after that, I'm probably going to go hire a marketing company. Like the second you let that sit for 30 days, the first 30 days might be kind of rough, but after 30 days, you're going to start getting some calls in. And if you're priced right, you're going to be able to start putting some money away. And if you're going to do $1 million in your first year, it's time to step on the gas. I'm probably going to go hire a marketing company.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to have them handle the Google business stuff, make sure I got my website live and it converts, and we're getting forms on my website and lots of call to actions on my website and automations that are texting the form fills and making sure I'm getting calls and emails and I'm responding to them, getting them booked.
Yep.
Yeah, just go hire Mammoth Marketing. That's what I would do.
Yep. They're a good bet.
They're a good bet. That's my brother's company. He's been on the podcast. You can go watch our podcast, but it's got a good company. A lot of our people in our school group use Mammoth. They love them.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff. And he's my brother, so. But we've used them in both businesses as well. I mean, they always do good. So that's going to get my phone ringing. If you let Facebook ads, Google Business Profile, Google Local Service ads, you're making videos and updating your Facebook ads, and then you hire Mammoth Marketing and they start working on maybe some small SEO stuff, get your website going, starting to rank better, and you make your Google Business Profile with some good pictures and good descriptions and build out your products and start posting on social media. Mammoth will start doing that stuff for you. That's going to start building on itself, and your phone's going to start to ring more consistently.
Mm-hmm.
At that point in time, like when you start getting calls, you really have to go to the home. Like you have to get good at going to the home and being able to sell. And you have to be able to sell higher average tickets, right? Because we got to get to a 2K average ticket.
Mm-hmm.
And so we got to get in front of water heaters, water softeners, repipes, sewer lines. What's another big ticket item? Tankless water heaters, if that's a thing in your area. Like figure out what are 3 larger upsells that I could get in front of, and what are questions that I can ask in the home to make it so that I can present those options to the customer, so that you can get those average tickets up.
Yeah.
Because if your average ticket is low, it's going to suck. It's going to suck big time.
Yeah.
It's way harder. Like our average ticket in Dude Wash is way lower, and it's way freaking harder.
Yeah.
We have to try so much harder
Yeah.
to make money in this business than in a plumbing business.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, you can't, we talk about this all the time, but you can't go in and just, oh, your flapper's broken, here's a flapper.
Yeah. Doesn't work.
It's going to be $250.
You're going to have to sell a lot of flappers to get to $1 million.
Dude, a lot. And that's what most people think. I'm going to have to sell a lot of flappers to get to $1 million.
I imagine that a lot of people listening are probably, and I know a lot of people in the school group feel like, or the sentiment is, I have to go there to look at their flapper, and somehow I have to turn this flapper ticket into $2,000. So where else can I grab money from the customer? And it starts to feel like unethical or immoral or something like that. That's not what we're saying.
No.
At all. Again, if you placed your business in the area that you just described, 10, 15, 20-year-old homes, maybe older neighborhoods, demographic of 35 to 65, you said, and higher income, you're just now going to be in the vicinity of deferred maintenance, homes that need work. And so the thing that you're there to look at is a leaky flapper, but I promise you there's $2,000 worth of work that needs to be done there.
Oh, yeah.
And the homeowner's either withholding it because, like, I don't know what it's going to cost, or it's going to be too difficult to take care of, or this is the most immediate need, so I'll just get this handled and then we'll do something else. There's $2,000 worth of work to be done in that home, I promise.
Yep.
And so then it's just up to you whether or not you are good enough to, or skilled enough, or can communicate well enough to discover those in your conversation.
Yeah.
I promise that stuff needs work.
Even if that customer calls you and they're like, the best part about this is you get in that area and all those people are busy because they got to go to work for a living, and they probably have kids and life outside of work, and they have a plumbing problem. And the best thing you could do is fix it as fast as humanly possible. They're going to love you a lot more. And a lot of times you'll be going in those homes and they're like in a hurry. They had to take time off work. They don't want to do that because that's missed revenue on their end. And they might be like rushing you to get like their immediate need fixed.
Sure.
And you have to be the one that can go in and slow down and take the time to talk to the customer and force them to take the time to talk to you. And you go in and look at their system as a whole. That's in my mind, that is hands down the best way to get a better average ticket. I've never been a big fan of like the plumbing checklists, the whole home checklist, because I think it's cheesy. Just go in, hang out with the customer, and be like, if there's a problem, think about the root cause of the problem.
Yeah.
Think about maybe some other symptoms they might be experiencing. Ask them questions like, this is the easiest one. When's the last time you had your water heater flushed? It doesn't matter what plumbing call you're there for. If it's a drain clean, if it's a toilet flapper, if it's a faucet, if it's a drip in the ceiling, when's the last time you had your water heater flushed?
Yeah.
The customer assumes that you're looking at the plumbing system and that's a relevant part of the plumbing system. So it's a relevant question to them.
There is no such thing as a plugged aerator without issues elsewhere.
Right.
Like, how did all that junk get up to the aerator? The aerator is now acting as a filter. Why aren't we filtering this out way back there?
Why did this toilet flapper break down so fast? Should we check the water quality and make sure that the water quality is okay? Why is there a bunch of gunk in your toilet tank? Like, how many toilet tanks do you pull and they're clean?
Oh, dude.
None.
You open those up and you're like,
I've never pulled a clean one unless I just installed it. If it's been sitting there for any point in time and you pull it, it's nasty in there.
Yeah.
So let's go find out what's in the water.
Why don't we keep this out of the tank? Why don't we filter it out back there in the garage?
This toilet would work a lot better if you had a lot less rust in your water, or if you had a lot less hardness in your water, or if, I don't know, if you had a lot less sand in your water.
Yeah.
There's sand in my toilet tanks at home. Yeah.
Yeah.
No filter.
If we caught that back
sand
here.
Is everywhere, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we caught that back here, then it never would have made it in there, and your aerators wouldn't be clogged, and your tank fills wouldn't be all jacked up. And I mean,
man, if it's in this toilet, I bet it's in all of your other toilets. Can we go check your other toilets?
Yeah.
Man, now you're at water heater and all 3 toilets.
And these angle stops feel gritty and crusty. I don't know that they're going to shut off. I mean, and it's not like it's not like you're snatching $1,000 bills from people. You're finding legitimate things that are broken that need to be repaired.
Yep. And then you should also be finding things that might cause them future problems because they want to know. Like, you have a gritty angle stop at your house. You're like, whatever. I'll fix it when it breaks. That's fine. You're a plumber. You can probably run out to your truck and grab an angle stop.
I'm always on call at my own house.
Yeah, and fix your angle stop, no problem. The homeowner doesn't have that option. If that angle stop breaks and starts spraying water in the middle of the night, they don't even know where to shut off their water. Like, that's a giant headache to them. And now they got to call a plumber, and it's going to be an emergency, and it's a giant headache, and it's a big inconvenience for their day. And you already got them there. They already took time off work. And if you don't bring that up, what's going to happen is it's going to break later, and they're going to be pissed at you that you didn't bring it up.
They want to transfer the liability of their situation from them. They
Yep.
want someone else to have this liability.
For the whole system.
Right.
Yes.
They don't understand that you replacing that gritty angle stop over here
Yep.
and now something else is going on over here. They don't know that that's unrelated.
Yep.
They assume that what you did caused this over here.
Yep.
And
Unfortunately.
if you don't take the time to look over the whole thing and at the very least offer,
Yeah.
let's take care of all of this. Let them say, no, I don't want to take care of that other thing.
Yep.
I want to wait till it breaks. And it breaks.
Yep.
Guess what? Hopefully they call you back.
How much better of a service is that to the customer? Even if, let's say we go for a flapper and all they bought was the flapper, but I left them with a list of things that are actively broken, leaking, need repaired, and another list of things that could cause them problems in the future that they might need to start budgeting for, plus maybe a whole other list of like optional upgrades that would increase the efficiency or lifespan of their system.
Infinitely better service.
Infinitely better.
And I find over my years of being a tech in the field, if I can really win some points, I can really impress a customer if I'm able to predict or understand the problems that they're having before they tell me them. If I'm able to say, I bet your cooling kind of works like garbage and it probably acts like this and this, and it never really feels comfortable in there. They say, actually, you're 100% right. I think I now have higher confidence that you can provide or fix for me.
My favorite one was, it's Alaska. It's hydronic heating for the listeners. There's baseboard in the home that water runs through. Nobody pipes the boilers properly to get rid of air.
Nope.
And so when you go to a home and you are looking at the boiler and there's no, number one, it's piped wrong, the pump's on the wrong side, there's no air scoop.
Towards the expansion tank.
Yeah. It's just like bass backwards. And you can go there and you can ask the customer, you ever hear any gurgling in your pipes?
Sound like a little river flowing through the living room?
Yeah, it drives me insane.
Yeah.
And it's not the thing they called you out for.
Right.
It's not the thing they asked you to repair. But the second you bring it up, they're like, yeah, what is that? And then you get to go into it of like, well, this is a closed system. And by nature, by default, when we fill it up, it has air in it. And so we got to have a way to get that air out and how to put water back in the boiler when that air is released. And if you don't, the result is that you hear what you're hearing. And the result that you don't hear is that the water inside your boiler becomes acidic and
nasty.
It gets nasty and starts eating away at the cast iron in your boiler. And that's what causes premature boiler failure in these boilers. And they're like, oh, dang, this guy knows his crap. And then you get to say, we've got the ability to fix that for you. Would you like me to provide you with some options to get that repaired? You will sell that so many times, it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I remember I did that. We had a guy that worked for us, little Jared. I went and did a ride along with him. We were there for a leaking water heater, and I looked over at the guy's boiler, and it was all screwed up like a soup sandwich. And I just asked him that very question. Does it ever feel like air bubbles are running around in your pipes inside? And he goes, oh, yeah, it drives me nuts. I can't sleep.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, you know what that is? And I just educated him on it. And he goes, dang, can you fix that? And I said, absolutely. Let me give you an estimate for it. And then that way you'll know how much it's going to cost.
And he signed it
if you want to move forward, we'll do that. And that dude we repiped his whole supply line. And I think we ended up changing out his zone valves and repiping them with a thing where he could see if the zone was on per lights, and super cool. And he was like stoked.
Yeah.
The dude was so excited. And it was like $6,000 worth of stuff. And he was like just begging me to give him to give me money. It was craziness.
Yep.
Yeah. That's my favorite one.
Yep. And if you start digging into that, that's another in Alaska, another opportunity. We drain this thing down and we find it's full of just water.
Yep.
Have you ever thought about putting glycol in this? I imagine it freezes over there by the French doors. Oh yeah, it happens every year. We can make that so it doesn't ever happen.
Yeah.
And your heat never goes off in here because of stuff like that.
Yep. How much?
It's
well, I'm already here, so it's going to be cheaper. Let me write you up an estimate.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's just like, when you go to a customer's house, you need to just assume that they want their home working as perfectly as you want your home working. And
I don't know. I don't know, because I've been in a
Okay.
lot of these people's homes and like their plumbing is terrible.
Theirs
or
gets
their heating
neglected.
is terrible.
Mine never got neglected. Mine was always
Yeah.
I always the best of the best. Like what kind of I was HVAC, not plumbing.
Yeah.
But I did a lot of plumbing too, especially in my own home. How in the world can I go and sell a boiler control to somebody if I myself don't have this boiler control?
Yep.
And so I made all of my shit like as perfect as it could be, and it never required any maintenance other than just my annual service. You can build a perfect system.
I made mine as simple as humanly possible because I didn't want anything to go wrong with it, because I don't want to have to go work on it.
Sure.
And that was how I rolled.
I enjoyed working on my stuff. But I mean, like if you have I don't want same, to me, it's the same. Like I wanted mine as I like the technological advancement. I think it made it more simple, but it also made it better, the way that it operated much better, and extended the life of my boiler, which was discontinued by the time I bought the house.
Yeah.
You want it to be as simple as it can be with the least amount of problems, but the repeating theme here is that we're building a boiler system with the least amount of problems.
Yeah.
Do that at a customer's house. Find all of the problems that could exist and offer to turn their system from what it is into a system with the least amount of problems.
Yep.
And they don't have to take it.
No.
You don't have to pressure them into it. You're just offering.
Yep. I think the only thing you could do wrong there is sell them something they don't want and don't need. So a lot of people think it's wrong to sell people stuff they don't need. I don't need this iPhone. I bought it at my own will. iPhone did not rip me off selling this to me at the price that they sold it to me at. They probably make them for $200 and I paid $1,400 for it. I wanted it. I did not need this.
Right.
I could have bought a different phone that was cheaper, that served my needs. So when you're there, I think a lot of times people feel like they're, selling people things they don't need, and it's wrong. And it's only wrong if you were to like go to their water heater, for instance, and their water heater is leaking. We've all seen the sting operations.
Oh yeah.
Where the water, they loosen the thing and then the guy comes in and says, "Oh yeah, you need a new one." That's wrong.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Like, be honest, but if you go and the water heater top is leaking, you can say, "Hey, look, all it is this. What I would like to do is, if we want to repair it, pull this apart, redo it, put it back together, make sure the gasket's good, whatever. Or I notice your water heater is X amount of years old. We could also replace it. They typically last 7 to 10 years. You're sitting right at that break point. What would you like me to do?"
Yeah.
It's not wrong in that instance to sell them a new water heater, even though the one I have is working perfectly fine.
Right. It's got life left in it.
It's got life left in it. And it's not wrong to have that conversation with the customer. It's actually better for the customer. You don't know. They might be like wanting to stay in that house for a long, long time, and they're planning on, I don't know, leaving out of the country for 7 years and coming back. And they're like, "Well, I want to come back."
Yeah.
If it's only got 3 years left and I got to leave for 7, I should probably get it fixed now. Who knows, right?
You don't know their situation. Don't assume that a customer wants a thing. I mean, let them decide that that's their domain. Let them decide what goes on inside their house. Yeah,
I agree. Also, don't judge a customer by the way they look or the house that they live in.
Nope.
Because you will be very surprised at what kind of people have way more money than you think. You'll get the guy living in a trailer home who hasn't showered in 6 weeks and is going to pay you $10,000 with a wad of cash somehow.
Yeah.
I don't know how. Doesn't look like he's worked in years, hasn't left his house in 30 years. Somehow he's got a wad of cash to spend and he wants his plumbing fixed. And he's willing to pay you for it. It happens.
Maybe he lives like that so he can afford stuff like this.
Yeah.
Maybe he was saving for that car or whatever. And
Who knows?
This came up first.
Who knows? I remember I went to this, like one job very specifically. This home was not nice. It was old, destroyed. Little old lady lived there. Looked like she had no money. Didn't care about money. Didn't care about appearances.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't look like she cared about a lot. And she had a flapper that was not sealing correctly. It was cracked. And I gave her options for the flapper or to rebuild the toilet. I looked at her other toilets. They were fine. And then I gave her an option to get a brand new toilet. And she was like, oh, I like that. Can you do all three? And I was like, and at that point in time, my toilets were like $1,800 for a new toilet. And she bought 3 of them. And I thought, there's no way. Like, I was worried this lady's going to freak out when I give her a flapper price.
Right.
And then here I walk out with thousands of dollars replacing 3 toilets for this lady. And they look out of place in the house.
They're the nicest thing in
there.
there.
Yeah. But she was just tickled to death. And like, she had the money. It was not a money thing.
Mm-hmm.
And had I judged her and just offered the flapper, I would have walked out of there with just a couple $100 for the flapper.
So then the other side of that coin, how many times have you walked into a house that looks immaculate?
Yeah.
Beautiful, massive house on a great piece of property with an incredible view and the front walls full of glass.
Yeah.
And you want to replace an expansion tank and the guy just loses his shit over it.
You know why?
Because he is leveraged like a mother.
Because he spent all his money on his house.
Yep. Yeah. He don't got no money right now.
He's got no money left.
Yep.
It's bad decisions.
Mm-hmm.
So it's funny because like I'll put out reels that tell people that I only work for rich people. And what I mean by that is people who have money to spend.
Right.
Right. So I don't want to work for people who are making like less than 80K. And typically people who make over 80K have some way to spend money on plumbing when it goes bad, whether that's a credit card, financing, or they have cash available.
Mm-hmm.
I get tons of comments on those reels about how I wouldn't work for the rich and they're terrible. And they're right. When you get into like here in Pensacola, we got the beach houses. You go out to the Pensacola beach and all those people are leveraged to high hell. You know what it is? Because I own a house on the beach. You have to spend so much damn money on maintenance that you're like, holy crap. Like, I'm going broke just maintaining this stupid freaking house. Your AC only lasts for 7 years. Your water heaters only last for 7 years. Your paint on your house is going bum. Like any plastic out there is just disintegrating.
Oh, I bet.
Any metal that's showing is rusting, and then your house is getting dirty, and then there's sand everywhere, and you just get tired of maintaining the thing. I think is what happens.
Yeah.
Anyway, rich, like the truly like the problem there is they judge the book by the cover. They assume that because they live in a fancy neighborhood with these big houses that they're rich, meaning
there's a lot of loose money there.
They have money to spend. And the reality is like most of those people who have those big homes buy them as investments. They're likely business owners. And I know from experience, my cash is always tied up. I've always got it doing something. And I'm always trying to like move it around. And you know that.
Yeah.
You hear all my stories. And so I get it. The best people are the people who have homes that need work that are busy working and they don't have time to replace it. And they've got the credit card or a few $1,000 set aside, or they can apply for financing and qualify. Those are the best. And you can't judge them by the cover. Okay. Number 4. Those were the first 3, by the way. You can do it, market, price yourself right, and then go in and offer options. Look at the whole thing. Step 4, answer the phone. It's
that doesn't
stupid.
Seem like a big ask.
No, it's actually pretty stupid that you have to say that on a podcast to a plumbing business owner.
Yeah.
You're paying for customers to call you. Answer the phone. If you let them go to voicemail, what's funny is I say it's stupid, but I used to do this. I would get so tired of answering my phone because it would ring nonstop. I would just let it go to voicemail.
Yeah.
And I would call those people back and they'd say, oh, I already found somebody else. And I'd be like, okay. And so customer gone.
Yep.
Money gone. If you're going to get to $1 million in a year and you're going to spend money on marketing to get that phone to ring, you better make sure you answer that damn thing.
Yeah.
And you better make sure you know how to book the job.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. If you can just answer the phone, you've already beat 90% of your competition.
Sure seems like it, yeah.
Because they're not answering their phones. Because they're one truck chucks looking, their phone's ringing and they're busy and they're like tired of answering their phone. And they're like, oh, I'll just let it go to voicemail.
Yeah.
And most of them don't even call the customer back.
Yeah.
I know because I've tried calling them.
They screen. Yeah, they'll screen it.
Yeah.
I don't think I want to call that guy back.
Yeah, I don't want this one. He doesn't need a big enough job.
Yep.
A lot of them do that. Like if you were like, hey, I need my toilet flapper replaced, they're not even going to call you back.
Yep.
Because they don't think it's worth their time.
Mm-hmm.
The person who wants to hit $1 million a year, you got to be like, oh, there's opportunity there. I'm going to go figure out how to make some money there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I got some stats here.
What are they?
62% of small to mid-sized businesses miss calls, and 69% of callers won't leave a voicemail. They just move on.
Mm-hmm. I don't leave voicemails.
No. You got to answer your phone.
I don't listen to voicemails. Don't leave me a voicemail. I'm not going to listen to it.
Dude, I don't listen to them either. Do you delete your voicemails?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
You want to see my missed?
Dude, your numbers are impressive.
Dude, this drives people insane.
I don't like notification badges on my things, so I have to zero them out.
I have 150 missed calls, 713 unread text messages. You couldn't leave me a voicemail if you wanted to because there's 150 voicemails there. Well, maybe that's what the 150 means in my calls. Yeah, 150 voicemails.
Dude.
That's full. It would drive you insane.
What's your emails?
I don't think I can see it on my phone, but it's like, I don't know, hundreds of thousands.
I know.
It's a lot.
Every time you share your screen on Zoom, I'm impressed by the number. It was 30,000 emails, unread emails or something last I saw. It's ridiculous.
I get so much junk. I don't have time to manage it.
Mm-hmm.
Or I should not say that. I should say I don't want to take the time.
I don't make time to manage it.
I do not. I'm unorganized.
I didn't mean to deviate. 69% won't leave a voicemail, you said.
Won't leave a voicemail. So if you put 100 calls to your phone, that means that only 31 of those are going to leave you a voicemail.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't know the stats of like how many people are going to answer when you call them back and how many of them are going to book when you call them back, but it's even smaller.
Right.
And so if you're paying for marketing, figure out how to answer that phone because that's your life depends on it.
I'm originally from the Midwest, and they would say, make hay while the sun is shining there.
Make hay while the sun's shining. So not only answer your phone, but put that customer on a schedule and tell them when you're going to be at their house.
Mm-hmm.
That's not that difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Book in 2-hour time slots and then show up in the 2-hour time slot.
That one's a tough one. A lot of people can't do that.
It is. So when I was a one truck chuck, I would book in 2-hour time slots. If I couldn't get the work done in 2 hours, we ran Prospector, we would move the next appointment because we had sold work. We wanted to get it and get the cash collected. When I was a one truck chuck, I would, if I had more calls that I had to go to, I would do what I could in 2 hours, take a deposit, reschedule it for when I had an open slot, and then go to the other booked calls quite often.
Mm-hmm. And that's
a lot of the times.
That's that fine starting out. Yeah.
Yeah. It would be better if usually you're not that busy. And so you can kind of negotiate it around and keep everybody happy.
Mm-hmm.
If you start moving calls, you start running the risk of calls canceling.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're trying to get to $1 million in a year, and you're in the beginning phases and the call volume isn't like insane, then you can't afford to have them cancel.
Right.
And so you got to work a way to get them taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Number 5, stack reviews. It's probably one of the most important things is to get those reviews coming in on your Google business profile.
Mm-hmm.
That's if you like have a good brand and you take pictures and you put it on your GMB and you build out products and then you're just an animal at getting reviews, you get free jobs from Google very quickly because most people don't do that stuff. So it's super important. Like,
the better the reviews, the better your position as well.
you know, I was wondering about that. Like, does it actually matter what the people say? Like, do they actually go read it? So for instance,
You mean a customer? Does a customer go read reviews?
yeah.
I go look for the most recent 1-star, and then I read that and I ask myself, what's the chances of whatever happened to them will happen to me in my situation?
So that's funny because I read the 1-stars, and if they're about price, like somebody complaining about how expensive this company was, I'm like, this is the company for me. But if they're complaining about the service or the quality of the install or the fact that they couldn't get a hold of them when they had a problem, then I'm like, this probably isn't the company for me.
Sure. Yeah.
But you also have to take those 1-star reviews with a grain of salt because people get nasty. Like, we've gone to customers' homes, and they're just nasty people. And then maybe you do something wrong, but then when you try to make it right, that person just gets pissed and goes online and creates this fabricated story about your business.
Absolutely.
It happens, unfortunately. So, I don't know, take them with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
But the best thing you could do is just stack 5-star reviews fast. So what's the best way to do that?
Dude, provide really good service.
Yeah, and then ask.
And then you got to ask, yeah.
So we just had this, like, we've got a sales guy going out, and he'll do a sales call, and if he doesn't sell a job, our guys now have to call the office to dispatch. They can't dispatch to their own job. They have to call the office and say, hey, I'm ready for another job. And CSR does a debrief of the previous job. And she asks, one of the questions she asks is, did you ask for a review? And our sales guy would always say no, because I'm not doing the work. And we were like, why can't you ask for a review?
Yeah.
And sure as all get out, I think it was yesterday, he didn't sell the job, but he got a review.
Yeah.
It's like, we're going to that customer's home. We paid for that call. Let's get something out of it. And even if you did sell the job, ask for a review.
Yeah.
And then when maybe the husband will be home and the tech can ask for a review, and then we get 2 out of that customer. Even better.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you do that?
Or worst case, you get a review from the sales call.
Yeah.
And we schedule that work, and then they can update. You can't leave a second review on the same business through Google.
Yep.
But you can update, and they can go back, and they can, their first review can be, sales guy came out and he gave us options. It was great.
Yep.
Update. Wash guy came out and he washed the property, and it was great.
Yep.
I mean, that's perfect.
Absolutely.
And if nothing else, you get 2 shots at getting a review that way, as opposed to, no, I only sold work. I didn't ask for a review.
Yep.
I'll let the wash guy go get a review. No. What if he forgets?
Yeah.
Now they both, or what if he comes back to wash and the customer's unavailable?
Yep.
So now you had 2 opportunities and you got 0 reviews out of that.
Yep.
If you ask for a review during the sales and he asked for a review during the wash, you got 2 asks.
Yep.
Higher chances of getting.
Yes. So the other part of this is I would ask no matter what, if I sold anything or not. I'm going to ask at the end of the call. I'm going to have a QR code on my iPad that they can sign. And then if you sign up for Mammoth Marketing, they're going to have automations on the back end that text the customer and then email the customer. And then if I were you, the day after the job, I would call that customer back up and do a happy call and just say, hey, I'm just calling to make sure you guys were happy with the service that I provided you. Was everything up to your expectations? And they're going to be like, yes. And then you're going to go, I see you haven't left me a review yet. Would you mind leaving me a 5-star review? And they're going to say, yes. We're not going to say no.
Right.
And you're going to say, great. Let me text you the link. Can you hold on a second? I just want to make sure you get the link. Did you get that? And they're going to go, yeah, I got it. And you're going to go, great. Can you click on it and leave me a 5-star review right now?
It would be great if you would do that.
I got some things I would love it if you said in that review. And they're going to go, oh, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
And they're going to click on it.
Yep.
You go like, cool. If you could mention the company name, and the area that you live in, and that we did an awesome job. That'd be great. Thank you. And if you want to post a picture of yourself, that'd be cool too.
Yeah.
If you can get a picture of you and the customer at the home, and then the customer posts that on your Google page, even better.
Yeah.
And you can do that stuff. You just got to not be a wuss and ask.
Yep.
Yeah.
A lot of people are scared to do it. They don't want to do it. It's awkward, especially
get over yourself.
If the sales guy was there and wrote estimates and didn't sell any work, but he did ask for a review, then the CSR can call the next day and can just follow up. Well, it doesn't seem like a smart move to call if they didn't accept an estimate, some will say. It is a smart move. It's actually a great move to call back and say, how was the service that our sales guy offered you? Well, it was good. It's just like, it was expensive.
Yep.
Yeah, we get it. It's expensive. I saw he wrote you some estimates. Did you have any questions about any of those? Would you like to get any of those on the schedule?
Yep.
Is there anything that you would like us to clear up for you or whatever? Just enter into the conversation with them.
Yep.
And then that at the very least keeps your business in the top of their mind. And now they have something to compare against whatever they experience down the line.
Yep.
So their next pressure washing company or their next plumbing company or their next HVAC guy, they're going to be like, the other place that had the better price kind of sucked at communication.
Yep.
And if I had to choose between the one that I didn't buy from because they were too expensive or this one I did buy from because they were less expensive, I kind of actually like what I got from the more expensive place anyway.
Yep.
And so maybe you're going to bring them back around.
Yep. You will. A certain portion of those will come back around for that very reason.
Yeah.
They're going to be like, damn, these guys were awesome.
They're actually.
And I hired these guys and they sucked. Next time I'm going to hire these guys. Happens all the time. So get reviews.
Yeah.
Okay. Step 6, retain and multiply customers. You shouldn't go do one job for a customer and never talk to them again.
No.
Shouldn't happen. It really just boils down to lifetime value. So if I go to a customer and my average ticket's $2,000 and I only see him once, I only get $2,000 out of that customer. The crazy part, like nowadays, you have to spend $500 to get a customer, $600 to get a customer, and your lifetime value is $2,000. That doesn't math. So the only way that maths is if you can retain that customer for 5 years, and now your lifetime value of that customer is $10,000. And now your marketing spend is $500 to get $5,000. It's at 10% long term. That makes sense. And that's the reality of the world that we live in today.
Yeah.
So how do we retain those customers? Any idea?
I would guess that you need to follow up with them. You need to communicate well with them, provide a great service.
And sell them
a membership.
Yes. Amen. The membership you can sell if you provide all the other stuff. And the membership just gives them, like, they're bought into you now. And you're giving them special benefits for buying into you. And so you've created this bond, this relationship where you're their plumbing company. And now when they have a plumbing problem, they're going to call you because you're their plumbing company. That's all you're doing. You don't have to market to that customer anymore. And so they're not going to go to Google. They're not going to go to their friends. They're just going to call you up.
Yep.
They've got your number saved in the phone. They've got your magnet on their fridge. They know exactly who they're going to call if they have a plumbing problem.
Yep.
They've used you before. They enjoyed your service. That's how you do it.
Ideally, they'd be telling other people too.
Yeah. Plus,
don't rely on word of mouth, but
so you're going to go serve 500 customers. 500 customers are going to buy from you, right? If you could sell 50% of them a membership at $99 a year, that's 250 customers. That's what, $2,500? What is that? I'm bad at math, dude. 250 times 99. That's $24,750 in extra revenue for your company if you sell them a $99 a year membership. Give them 10 to 15% off your services. Mark your services up first so it's not actually a discount. It's actually just selling at the price you need. Give them priority scheduling, access to member-only benefits or promotions. That's it. Easy peasy.
Yeah.
If it saves them more than $99 on the first call, you'll sell it every time.
Yeah.
Yep. Set it to auto-renew after a year and bill them until they call and cancel.
Yep.
Easy peasy. Okay. Let's see. So, what do we got? Price correctly. Drive steady leads with marketing. You're going to have to increase your marketing budgets as you scale that.
Sure.
Create options for the customer. Answer the damn phone. Call people back. Get reviews. And keep customers longer with memberships. If you can do those things, you can hit $1 million by yourself in your first year.
Yeah.
If you had 2 guys, you're definitely going to hit $1 million if you can do those things. Yep. Most definitely. It's not that hard. Each truck, $500K. Totally doable.
Yeah.
100%. That's it. That's all I got.
Reduce callbacks. You don't want to go back and do any of that stuff for free.
Yeah. Do a good job.
Yeah.
Do it right the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Callbacks suck. That'll kill you.
Yep.
Yes, 100%. Cool, man.
Dude, I think we did it. That's all we got.
Go grow your business to $1 million a year. Thank me later. Just kidding. All right. See you, Holmes.
See you, dude.